Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Braun. I'm the Director of Admissions here at University of Maine, Fort Kent. I'm so happy to have you tune in today, and we have two faculty members and two current students to tell us all about the business major. So Lee and Michael, I'll let you take it away. Oh, and at the end, we will have a Q&A session. So if you want to put your questions in the chat, you can at any time. We'll try and answer them as we go along, but we'll also be available to answer any questions, whether it's about business major questions or University of Maine, Fort Kent in general, or Fort Kent community questions. So we are here to hopefully get you answers to all of those. Lee, you can take it away.
Hi, my name's Lee Theriault. I'm one of the faculty members in our business program at the University of Maine in Fort Kent. I'll let Michael introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Curran. I am a professor in the business department as well. I teach a lot of marketing management courses. Looking forward to chatting with you today.
All right, so and I teach mostly the accounting courses here at the university. So with that, let's get started. I put a few PowerPoint slides together just to give you some information about our program. So we currently have 5 concentrations within our Bachelor's of Business Management here at UMFK. Those 5 concentrations are accounting, business administration, finance, forest management, and healthcare administration. We'll talk briefly about a few of them. Forest management is actually a dual program that we work with our forestry program. Students complete their associates in forestry, and then the last 2 years they complete their business management degree. So we get a lot of students who are going into becoming professional foresters oftentimes and want to know the business side of things. They'll continue on with the forest management degree. Sometimes we get people who want to own and operate their own logging or business. So they'll get a forestry background and a business background prior to making the investment into owning their own business. The accounting concentration will give you all the classes if you plan on becoming a certified public accountant, all the accounting courses that you would need to sit for the exam. You will need to take a few more credits though to become licensed as a CPA, but it gives you that background in the accounting courses. And if you choose not to become a CPA, you still have a strong focus in the accounting world inside of things. We also have the finance concentration, which allows you to look at the corporate finance side of items. Maybe if you want to become a commercial lender, how you help fund your companies. So that's the finance concentration. We have the healthcare administration concentration, which we work a little bit in cohort with our nursing program. We offer some of the classes between both sides. So if you're interested in the medical field, but also the business side of the medical field, the healthcare administration concentration is probably what you'd want to look at. And finally, we have the business administration, which is if there's just, you want to be involved in business, whether it's as an entrepreneur, sales, insurance, human resources, marketing. We have a number of classes in all those other areas that fall in under the business administration. So this is sort of the general program, but you can specialize it on your own if you'd like and take some classes in those different areas. In addition to those concentrations in the bachelor's program, we also offer 2 associate of arts and general studies program, one focusing with the accounting concentration and the second one in the general business management concentration. And 2 other programs that fall underneath our area of study is the coaching minor and the economics minor. So for not as many credits as the associates or the bachelor's degree, you can take some classes in those 2 areas and earn a minor. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Michael and let him talk a little bit about why someone should come here to UMFK.
Hi there. Welcome again. And there are a number of reasons why a student chooses a university, right? I think you're looking for most people a particular experience. And there's all sorts of different universities out there that fit different types of experiences. For example, I taught at Penn State University for 11 years. And I actually taught a course there once where there were 950 people in the class. You were not allowed to ask questions, and you just sat there and I lectured to you. And for many people, that was the experience they want. One of the things you'll find here, this is a much more intimate experience. So if you're looking for that kind of mentoring relationship where you'll have kind of the same faculty for multiple classes, so you get a real depth of knowledge from particular professors, because you will have some of us over and over again for certain courses. So that for some people can be a wonderful and meaningful experience. The community itself, it's an incredibly diverse community, which you would not think is true for Northern Maine. But we have a large number of international students among our student body. The community itself is diverse. We have some incredibly successful athletic programs here. We've got great soccer teams, volleyball teams. We got all sorts of athletic events here at the university. And again, one of the other things it mentions here is there is a strong tie-in out of all the universities I've taught at in my career, and I've taught for like 9 different universities. I think this is the one that has the closest tie-in with its actual community. The community, the town of Fort Kent, is deeply ingrained within the university community as well. So when you come here, you're not just coming to the university, you're coming to the whole area. And the town embraces its students and does a lot of things with them. So that's another interesting part of the experience. We mentioned that it's a very nurturing atmosphere. We work very closely with our students. And it was funny when I logged in here, I'm like, well, I knew there'd be students here. And well, I've had both of these folks in class before. And you have that type of relationship with your students, that you have an opportunity as a student to really get molded by faculty. And I think for some students, that is a key component in becoming a successful professional. Again, it mentions easy access to faculty. This is a small campus with a small dedicated number of faculty staff that are here to help guide you, to get you from where you are now to what you want to be when you're done. And the fact that you have so many people here who are singularly focused on that goal is one of the many, what I think are compelling aspects of this particular university. And with that, I will turn it over to whomever I'm supposed to turn it over to, because I don't know.
Well, you can keep going, Michael. I think you've talked about a lot of these, but
I'm on this one as well. Great. Again, some of the business program in particular. Again, it mentions here, we have, I talked about that big class I taught at Penn State. That will not happen here. You will have again, small classes, so you get attention. You will not be missed here. Nothing's going to go, if you come into my classroom, I know who you are. I know where you live. I know what you like. I know in many cases, you know, what you probably had for lunch that day. Because you have that individual connection with faculty. I mean, I think in the end, that's something a lot of students want. You want to, I mean, you've come here in essence to take from us, from the faculty here. You have come to take their wisdom, take their knowledge, take their experiences, and mold them into something that's going to make you a more marketable person, a more successful person. But in order to do that, you need to have access to that faculty. You need to be able to contact them, to have them over and over again in classes, and you get that here. You get also experiential learning, especially in the business program, where you'll have internships, where you'll have actual experience. You'll learn it in the classroom, and you'll go out and apply it. So when you graduate from this university, you have 2 really important credentials. You have academic experience, you have practical experience, which are things employers are looking for. We mentioned the incredibly diverse student body that we have here, which again, for me, was a really interesting aspect coming here to Northern Maine, the tremendous diversity of experiences. Another big plus in the business program. Business is an international experience these days. And so the greater exposure you have to different people, different experiences, different cultures, different backgrounds, the stronger you become as a potential job candidate. And you'll get that here. And it also mentions here, we also have a local job market, which ties into our internship program and in many ways allows students, if they want to become a permanent part of the Fort Kent area, you have opportunities to do that. So there's a lot of depending on what it is you're looking for, this could be a really wonderful experience for you.
Thanks, Mike. So as Michael mentioned earlier on, that there is a strong tie-in between both the university and the local community. So as when you come here as a student, you're also going to be part of the community. So I wanted to give you a little bit of highlights about our community. I've lived here for all but 6 years of my life. So, and I've been very active in the community. And I love Fort Kent and the surrounding areas. It is a rural area, but having said that, for a small rural town of about 4,000 people, we have a lot of amenities that you wouldn't expect to find in such a small town. We have a hospital, which has between its core areas and its specialty clinics that it works with some of the larger hospitals in the state, just about all the services that you would need from a hospital and healthcare facility. We have numerous banks, a whole bunch of restaurants. We've had three restaurants that have opened up during the pandemic. In the last 6 months, we've had 3 restaurants that open. We have some retail stores that you can buy, some small clothing stores, you name it. We have just about everything that you need. Might be on a smaller scale, but we do have all the necessities here in the community. Michael mentioned the community mindedness. Fort Kent has a lot of volunteer opportunities. So if you want to do some volunteering while you're here, whether it's helping out with our biathlon center or our Can-Am dog sled race that we have in February, or with the local Boy Scouts or Girl Scout troops, or a number of other civic organizations, you name it, those opportunities do exist. And the community is also very involved and supportive of the university. A little more specifically towards our business program, there's a lot of small businesses in our community. And when we're looking at internships, it's a great place to get involved with and learn. You'll find that a lot of small businesses, you wear many different hats. So if you're not sure whether you want to go into human resources or marketing, you might get an internship that allows you to do a little bit of both to help you focus your career goals a little bit. And I mentioned some of our outdoor activities. This time of year, we have a little bit of snow on the ground right now. It's December. I know we're going to be using this recording and other times of the year, but right now it's December, so we're focused on our winter activities. So we have some great snowshoeing trails, hiking, cross-country ski trails, downhill skiing trails, snowmobiling trails. Those trails, they actually go right alongside the university, so you can pretty much walk out of your residence hall right onto the trails and be out and enjoying the outside. Ice skating, ice fishing. Different times of the year, we have hunting and fishing, canoeing, you name those outdoor activities. They're wonderful to do here, and we have some world-class facilities in this town. So having said that, we have 2 students who are joining us. We have Jareed and Sierra. So I've asked them just to tell you a little bit about maybe why they chose Fort Kent, a little bit about their experience here, and anything else that they might want to add. So with that, I will turn it over to our 2 students for a few minutes.
Sarah, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sierra. I am a 3rd-year student majoring in the business management program with a concentration in entrepreneurship. And I am also a member of the UMFK women's soccer team. Something that really attracted me to the UMFK campus was the diversity that it brought to the community as a whole. There are students here that represent 18 different countries. And as someone who has lived in a small town in Maine my entire life, and having been given the opportunity to meet these different people from all parts of the world, it has honestly been life-changing for me. Another thing that is so special about the UMFK campus and community is that it is so friendly. I had someone in one of my classes, and she was a transfer student, and she came up to me and she said that she's never been to a school that was so welcoming and understanding and just friendly. Whether you're walking to the gym or to class or even back to your dorms, no matter who you walk by, even if you don't know them, they're going to greet you with a smile and say hi. And as a student, that's something that is so amazing to me and is why I chose UMFK. And it just makes you feel so welcome coming here. as a member of the soccer team, I've also been able to make relationships and lifelong lasting friendships with the girls on the team. Being with them every day, we've become family, and they've been from all different parts of the country and different countries. So getting to actually understand and know people and who come from different backgrounds and who have different values and beliefs is one of the most amazing experiences I've had. Regarding to the business program, I've also been able to make relationships with the professors, not even just about homework or business, aspects. I've been able to email any advisor or business professor about anything related to, whether it's personal or just any advice I may need. They're so welcoming to email, and they'll give me the advice I need. So.
Okay. Well, I'm the second student here. Hi, my name is Jared Murray. I'm a senior here at UMFK, and my major is business management with a concentration in finance. Adding to this, I'm an international student as well as a transfer from the University of Hartford in Connecticut. So not only adjusting to coming from a different country, but also coming from a different school, it was a little bit difficult here. And I must say UMFK, as Sierra said, is very welcoming. And the thing is, faculty and staff are always constantly reaching out to you to make sure that you're comfortable and stuff like that. And also it's like a family here, and not a lot of schools that you go to, you can get that kind of experience. And also due to like the small number of persons in a class, it's more of a hands-on experience. And to be honest, college can be tough at times, and this really makes it a lot easier for you as your professors are a lot easier to get a hold on to. And also they give you a lot more feedback. And here, also coming from a different country, it's sometimes tough adjusting to a new community environment. And here the community is very welcoming as well. They're very friendly. And also I'm a member of the men's soccer team. And these same members of the community also come out on a weekend to support you to watch your soccer games. And that's a really big plus. It could be anyone, even though you're local or international. When you get that kind of support from the community, it really aspires you to be better at everything. And also on the men's soccer team, there are over 15 nationalities, and the relationships and the things that you learn from your teammates and classmates, these are things that you probably would not have ever expected to learn, and they carry on with you for your life. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jareed and Sierra. So what happens when we finish your career, when you finish your getting your degree here at the university? Well, most people try to enter the workforce and find a job. So I just wanted to share a few numbers about some positions, at least in the state of Maine. And this information comes from the Maine Department of Labor website. And it just shows about potential employment in some of the different areas that if you graduate with a business degree from UMFK, some of the positions that you might be eligible for after graduation. So, and the demand, and you'll notice that there's a huge demand for a lot of business majors in our state. And this information also lists the starting average, or the median wage, excuse me, for these positions. So this is a statewide survey, and more recently, in a non-scientific study, I went to our local online newspaper called the Fiddlehead Focus. It's and to our largest employer in the area, Northern Maine Medical Center, to the websites, and just looked at some of the jobs that they had locally. So this was done over a 1-week period, and these were all the positions that were posted, looking for people that if you graduate from UMFK that you'd be eligible for. So there is definitely a demand for business majors. I also have an accounting firm that I own, and I'll tell you that I've hired numerous students through the years, and I've been getting phone calls from other community businesses looking for qualified graduates right now. So there's definitely a demand out there for students with a business degree. And the last thing that I wanted to just mention is we have some agreements with some other educational institutions. So maybe if you're a student at one of the community colleges learning a tech skill, that you might be able to take that 2-year degree that you have and come to UMFK and finish off a business degree. So if you want to own your own business someday, you'd have those business skills to run it. We also have an agreement with Husson University if you're interested in working on a master's program. So if you graduate with the business program from Fort Kent, some of those classes will count towards your master's degree at Husson. And our newest agreement that we have is a 3-in-3 program with the UMaine Law School. And what that allows you to do is to come to UMFK for your first 3 years. You'll then transfer over to UMaine Law, finish your first year there, which will qualify you for your bachelor's in business from UMFK. And then you finish your last 2 years at the law school. So you can work on the law program and degree from UMFK through the UMaine Law School. So that's our newest agreement and partnership that we have with another institution. And with that, if anybody has any questions or comments for us, now would be a great time. And I've posted Dr. Curran's information and my contact information. If you have questions outside of this presentation, feel free to contact us at any time. If you have questions for the students, you can send them to us and we'll forward them along to the students as well.
And for any of our attendees who might have joined in a little late, now's the time to put those questions in the chat. But also, if you wanted to catch up on the parts that you might have missed coming in before, we are going to be posting this on our Instagram and on YouTube, which then will go on our Facebook. So we'd love to have you ask any questions, and that goes the same for any admissions questions as well, or questions about the university as a whole or the community. So please feel free. And I actually have a question for our students. I'd love to hear what your favorite part of, or so far at least, has been within the business major. Has it been a specific class or an observation experience or field experience out in the real world, or an internship that you might have already completed? But just kind of your greatest hit or your biggest highlight of the business major so far within the concentration that you're taking.
So this class that I'm taking, e-commerce, with Dr. Michael Curran, we had a project where we were split up into like groups of 5, and we had to come up with a business idea to run by the school to eventually put into plan, as a matter of fact. And working together in an actual business venture, it was really interesting because you had to think about all this different aspects of this business, because like insurance, how much it's going to cost, and the kind of feedback you're going to get from the community as well with the business. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'd also like to touch upon that because I was doing a project similar to that. I was in the other class with Professor Curran, but it was just really interesting getting together with a group of students, seeing what we could do to make the university even better than it already is. And we got to present in front of the president and other faculty members, and it was just a really good experience.
And to be fair, they were wonderful. Yes, both of you and your groups.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I remember group projects, you can learn so much about yourself and also the way other people work, and a lot of, which is very important for business, but also very important in any job where you're working with a team or groups of people, or and not on your own. But those projects teach you so much because you're going to use those skills when you go out into the real world. So I'm sure you guys learned a lot about yourselves as well. It doesn't look like we have any questions right now, but I do want to thank all of you for joining us today, both attendees and panelists. I appreciate so much your time, and I can't wait to speak to more business majors in the future and spread the good word about your program.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And
very much.
please let us know if you have any questions, prospective students, because all of us in the panel here are here for you today. Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Thank you.